Hi guys, welcome to TechMind for you. Uh, this is the next video in the web series of Docker that we are creating. In this video, we are going to cover about the different type of data that Docker is producing or Docker is using, and we are going to also means learn about the volumes, what kind of volume they have Docker we can mount to the Docker. There are two types of volumes, the named and unnamed volumes, and we will also learn about the bind mount, bind mount, and then we will move to other topics if time permits. Okay, so this is the ninth video of this series. Okay, so what kind of data that the Docker can have? So okay, there are three kind of data Docker can have. One is the application. One is the data is that. Let me clear the other one. Application code plus dependencies. Okay, dependencies of the application. Second is uh, application log or anything that is temporary. Okay, that we don't care about. Okay, we do not code, we don't care about. Third one is the data that we are care about, data that we care and we want to store somewhere. Okay, okay, so we will look into the three kind of data that we application can have. Okay, so so it can be a application code or dependency. Second one is can be a log or any user input that we don't care about. Third one is the user account or user application uh, transactions details and everything that we want to capture, everything that is. So for that, storing something that is important to us, we can use the volumes. Okay, volumes that the Docker is provide. There are two types of volume. It's unnamed volume and the named volume. Okay, the unnamed volume also called anonymous volume. Okay, so how can we use that? We will look into that. So for that, you can need to go to the chapter 3. Okay, here the Git repository you will can find the code of the chapter 3. Okay, github.com, Mr. Pankaj, Docker, and the Docker. Here you will get the code. Okay, so now let's. Okay, so we and let me tell you about the application that we have right now. It's a blank folder. Okay, so app.js we have Docker and package.json. Package.json they have the dependencies that we will discuss later. And Docker you are already familiar about, but the small changes are here, so we will discuss that too. So in this application, what we are doing, we are uh, hitting when you have creating an URL when URL is having the two parameters. Okay, okay. If I tell you this like this, okay. For example, this like this. This is the URL. Okay, kind of URL. Here with the URL will have the two parameter param1 is equal to pom something. You can have you can have two values here, param and test. Okay, so let me give you the param can have value param or test, and the param2 can be anything. Okay, Mike or Pankaj or Steve or anything you can have. So in case of param, this is the fixed values. Okay, if you give. So in case of pom, it will create it will go to the pom folder that we have created here. Okay, it will go to the pom folder. Inside the pom folder it will create a file that is the, let's say I've gave the pankaj dot txt, and it will insert something over there. It will write something over in that file. Similarly in case of test, it will go here. Test is temporary. Test is for temporary, you can say temporary folder, that we don't care about, data that we don't care about. We don't care about the data. Okay, we will store that data here by the URL. And here let's say we store is mic.txt file, txt, and that is we will store the txt file. Okay, and this is some text here. So what is, if you see the code here, okay, this is the same thing that the application is doing. It's taking the two parameter param1 param2 key value and file name. Okay, and here we are printing both. Here the folder name is test or folder name is param. Okay, we are checking with the comparing with the key value. If it's a test, go to the folder one, test folder, okay, and inside this is file name. File name is we are creating .txt file name, the second parameter, and inside this file name we are saving that. I save the text folder and file name with this. We are printing everything. Similarly for perm, we are doing the same. We have perm folder, file name that we are creating with the second parameter, and we are saving that. So this is the application is doing right now. Okay, so let's do something on the unnamed volume. First look into the unnamed volume. Okay, so unnamed volume, for unnamed volume, okay, I have done the small change in the docker also, so that this is, you are aware about this one, working directory, copy json, package.json, run npm install copy okay, expose. I have done from node app m.mjs to npm.mjs. Okay, so and why I have done this, because to use the node mon. Okay, so if you see that I have changed the package.json also. I have added this dep dependencies nodemon, okay, version, and I have added start nodemon app.js, not app.mjs. Okay, this file. So here we are calling that npm start. This will call this script and the run the command. This internally run the node app.mjs. Okay, that earlier we used to do here. Okay, so why we have doing that? Because it's a node in case of nodemon, if we do any kind of changes into the application, we don't need to restart the application and again any kind of JS changes or HTML changes, the application recognize automatically and restart automatically. Nodemon restart automatically. That we will look into the later, but just want to tell you that they have done the changes. Okay, this is two file we have changes, and this is the new application we have created. Small one line, one page application. Now we don't have any images or anything. We don't have any running container right now. We will do everything from scratch. Okay, so let's do it. Docker logs my app. Okay, docker, no, sorry, docker plus build first. Build hyphen t uh, hyphen t my image, my app, mm, my image dot, it will docker, spelling mistake again, docker. Okay, again it's making a build. Okay, build is done. Okay, so now, okay, before doing that, what we need to do, we need to add the volume here, the unnamed volume. For adding an unnamed value, we can do this. Okay, slash app slash perm. Why we are using working directory slash app, and the perm is the folder there where we are storing the permanent files. So we need to store the file somewhere. Okay, so we are doing that. We are not storing mounting, means providing the volume for the temporary. We are doing for this only. So let's delete the docker image first. Okay, docker image, rmi, I know the image name, my image is deleted and we don't have anything. Let's create an image again. Sorry, wrong command. Oh, let's do it. Okay, the image created, let's clear it. Okay, now we will run the docker run hyphen d hyphen p. You know that we have inside container we have 3000 port, and host machine we are giving the 3000 also. Hyphen hyphen rm, we want to delete the container. When the container stop, we can give the name hyphen hyphen double am my app, and image name is my image. Okay, so let's run it. Mm, what is wrong? Okay, so hyphen p. Okay, for the docker container should be running. Yeah, it's running. Okay, so docker container is, now we need to create the file into the permanent folder. For creating that, we need to hit the URL. Okay, we need to go here. Okay, so we are passing the param1 is perm folder, and param2 can be anything. So let's say 1 2 3, we have done that. Okay, so response is 88 is coming. So why response is idiot? Because the response, okay, we have done that. I was doing some testing, so I've added the 88 here for testing purpose. So you can ignore it, but yeah, we are getting the response there. We can check the file also. Okay, we can check the file. The file name is Pankaj. So file name is Pankaj 222. So that is Pankaj 222. Pumpkin. Okay, how we are able to access this file? That is it. I will tell you the why. Okay, so we are saving this. I saved a POM folder and a file name is this one. Okay, this one. So how can we access this file directly? Because we have provided two and more endpoint if you see here. Okay, the POM directly slash POM it has access to the POM folder slash test has access to the test folder. We can access if we save anything in the test folder, we can access it by the test. So we save something into the into the POM folder. Now we need to we have a map already created the map volume mapped unnamed volume. So if you see that volume, the volume is created, but there is no name. It's a random number, big number that it's creating. So it's unnamed volume. How can we say that the unnamed volume has the data that we are looking for? So that for that, what I have used. Okay, for first we can check the log, my app, Docker log. Okay, you will see Don. It's node mount. It's starting the server. Okay, that will help us in future in means videos. Okay, so if you see here the pum folder has a pum pankaj 1222.txt has been created in 111 pum. That is I have mentioned for the testing 111. Yeah, this one. Okay, so we have the means law Docker has printed everything and the file has the contained. Now we need to see the file contained inside the unnamed volume. So we can do Docker run. Our own container is running fine right now. We are just starting the another container. I will tell you what. So you can map that slash data. We are using Alpine. Okay, Alpine is a means a public image, public Docker image that you can use for testing or purpose anything. So in this image we are mapping this unnamed volume to the data folder, and here we are doing the slash data slash ls data command, so list directory command. See, it's unable to find the Alpine folder into the local, so it's downloading it. After downloading it, it's saying this ls command one file is there, this one. Okay, now we can do one more thing. We can run the cat command on that. Okay, so we can see what inside this file. Same thing that we have. See the browser. Okay, same thing is here. I saved in pump. Same data is here into this folder. Okay, now if you see the Docker volume exists, but if I stop my Docker container, our original container, okay, see, volume gone. So unknown volume is stay with until you have the running container attached. When the container is stopped, your named volume is gone. You can't do anything. Okay, so here it stay there until container run. Okay, and okay, so you got the unnamed container. Now look into that named container. Okay, so that will give you a more idea. So ps docker ps nothing is running hyphen a nothing is running. Okay, docker volume, let me be deleting everything so that we can have the clear everything. Rm oh, volume is already deleted because it's unnamed volume. Images, we have two images, Alpine and that. Let me delete the my image. Alpine we will use it again, so we are not deleting anything. Let's clear it everything. Okay, so for named volume, we need to delete this unnamed volume first. We need to comment it. Okay, let me comment it. I have commented it. Now we need to use the named volume. So we use docker build hyphen t my image dot. We are making a build and tagging it to my image. Okay, so let's move to the another thing. Okay, so image will done. Now the same run command we need to do. Let me do this from here. Okay, this is okay, minus p docker run hyphen t hyphen p, this is hyphen hyphen rm minus name. Okay, my name image. One more thing we need to do here for named volume is we need to give hyphen v volume name, my volume, anything you can give. I'm giving my volume slash what directory we want to persist mount. This is pom slash f slash pom. So let's run it. Everything is same, only the small thing. Docker ps container is running. Okay, let's go to the browser again. Here, let's do this first. Okay, so now we do anything. My 3 4 5 6. Okay, this is done. Now go here. Mic 2 3 4 5 6. This is saved. So now again we will go to the see the well first we will saw the volume exists or not. Sorry, ls command volume exists. My volume that we created here. If we go again, now we want to see the volume contained, so we can run this command. But okay, so wait first. Okay, so we need to do this. Okay, ls command. Okay, and we will remove this unnamed volume name. We will what we deleted. What why we okay hyphen v we deleted. My volume. Okay, so we are doing docker run hyphen hyphen rm that we container will delete when container will start hyphen b. This is my volume that we have the volume here unnamed volume. We are mapping to the slash data alpine slash ls data we are doing on that. It's saying the mic data. Okay, so now we'll do the cat command on this file. The same data should come that is what's coming on to that URL. Okay, so let me do this. See, the same data is coming here. But good thing is, if you stop your my app, okay, and if it's docker ps minus a, nothing is running, but your data is here. It persisted here. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so in this video we have covered named and unnamed volume. We will look into this. Another thing is bind mount. It is okay, so docker before going to that, named and unnamed volume, both volumes are managed by the docker. We are not managing that. So when docker is managing where the data should, where the volume should be created and where the data volume should be stored. We can't go into the directory where the volume is stored, and we don't know the location, exact location of that docker volume. So everything is managed by the docker. So now come to the bind mount. Bind mount is a means, if let's say if you are developing something, if you're doing any kind of changes .jms file, every time you need to create an image, every time you need to run a container. So that is little hectic process in case of development. So we will look into that bind mount. Bind mount will resolve your problem, this problem. In that case, you don't need to restart or create an image or run the container again and again. You can create an image one time, and you can mount this complete folder into that image, so that any kind of changes into this code will be reflected in the image and a running container. So that we will cover into the next video. We will also look into the arguments, how can we pass the argument, how can we pass the environment variable to the container. Okay, so that's it for this video. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.